So today we're roading the RM500 from a job on one side of the interstate to a job on the other side of the interstate. You wouldn't want to go far. We measure the speed in feet per minute, and that's slow. And I don't think it's good for it either, but I can have it over here by the time that I go get the lowboy. It's Sunday, worked all day long yesterday trying to get something ready, and had problems with a robotic totaled station with TopCon LPS, showing that it was somewhere that it wasn't. So the job had shifted about 2 feet one way and about 3.5, 4 feet the other, and it's hard to do complex 3D grading if it is not being graded in the right spot. And GPS would grade right where it's supposed to. All the line work was right. The total station with the prism pole and the rover would show right where it was supposed to be. But come to find out, the software and the data collectors and the mag boxes and the displays, you gotta be careful not to show the name of the place that I'm going, because that's why I quit making videos years ago, because I got a cease and desist order. But anyway, so we had updates done a couple of months ago, but we didn't update the robotic total station, didn't think of it, TopCon didn't think of it. And then come to find out that's the problem. It had to be updated, and because it wasn't, the firmware was showing the total station somewhere different than where it was. Not by a lot, but by just enough. And anyway, I still didn't get it. I still didn't get it updated. I'll update it tonight. I got a big piece of machinery coming in tomorrow, and I've got to firm up a spot so that some hard-tired forklifts can run on it to get it inside the building. And so far I've been getting millimeter GPS up against the building, but I was lucky. Usually these big tall buildings, the satellites can't get to the receivers. But anyway, so everybody wants to comment about the paint rubbed off the counterweight on the 330. It was like that when I bought it. I'm sorry. I mean, I hate it. Not to say that we haven't ever rubbed something on the counterweight. We have. Sometimes you run out of room and you get into the dirt pile. You try not to do that, but I mean, none of the rest of the excavator is rubbed off, so we're fixing to pass the 325, and I mean, it's got a little tick on the bottom where it's been rubbed, but not much. I mean, we're not grading with the counterweight, but every once in a while it will hit a pile of dirt when you're in a tight spot. But like I said, that was done before I bought the machine. At least I think it was. It was like that. Although I noticed there's not much rust on that metal, and there should be some rust on the metal, but still, anyway, I don't know. Lots of stuff going on around home. We got lots of projects. We got more work than we can do out here working on a Sunday. It's tiring. I hate to tell anybody no, but I had to tell one of my big contractors no yesterday that I had to finish what I was already working on. And anyway, it just is what it is. You can't do everything for everybody. Nobody really likes to do the reclaiming and the cement stabilization. It's dusty and it gets cement on your skin. And I mean, I keep a gallon of apple cider vinegar in the shower, because when you got it on your hair and on your face, you go ahead and get in the shower and go ahead and put some vinegar in your hair right off the gate. It neutralizes the cement dust. and also go ahead and, you know, put it on your face. Otherwise, about half a pull with a razor and the razor blade's dull. But that vinegar, the vinegar will cut it, just like on this glass. You take vinegar and a Scotch-Brite pad and get it off the black glass, and then after that you can take and clean it with window cleaner. But window cleaner won't budge it unless you neutralize it with some vinegar first. And lime's about the same way, but cement is worse. Urethane enamel paint helps a little bit because it's easier to clean on a piece of equipment. We've got something we call Phos 400. It's a citric acid and a phosphoric acid, and it helps to clean it off the equipment. Try not to wash it if you can help it. You try to, now there's my piece of equipment I gotta unload. He's a little early, but whatever. Anyway, you try to blow it off with an air compressor as much as you can. And, because it never fails, you're trying to wash it and you miss a spot, but you get it wet. Now it really is gonna get solid. But anyway, the catwalk has got more wear on it than the counterweight. And that machine was painted, I guess, about 5 years ago. So anyway, there's proof that we're not continually or habitually rubbing the paint off the counterweight. Alright, well, I'm fixing to make a turn, and I'll have to turn this camera off, kind of a secretive place, but anyway. So, roading the RM500 and a little discussion on the counterweight.